Umpisa na naman ang inaabangang Sinulog Festival sa Cebu, which is one of the grandest and most colorful festivals in the Philippines. Ang main festival nila ay ginaganap every third Sunday of January in Cebu City to honor Santo Niño, who used to be the patron saint of the whole province of Cebu. At kung may plano kayong umattend ng Sinulog this year, let me give you options on where to stay. Kakagaling ko nga lang ng Cebu 2 weeks ago, and let me show you 4 different hotels that you can choose from. The first option that I will give you is the Royal J Hotel that is walking distance to the IT Park. Isa ito sa pinakamagandang mid-range hotel na napagstayhan ko sa Cebu na sobrang ganda ng customer service bukod sa magaganda ang rooms nila. As a tourist in Cebu, sobrang helpful ng receptionist nila in giving directions, especially during Sinulog last year since madaming mga saradong daan because of the festival activities. I booked this room for 2,500 per night at pang high-end ang rooms nila. Ang na-appreciate ko dito ay ang office table na may ergonomic chair na nagamit ko since I always work while I travel. Their room has several tables to put your things on. There's a big TV and they have a small pantry with a water kettle for coffee and tea. Modern style ang comfort room niya with a sliding glass door for the shower area. They have hot and cold shower. At sa may sink, there's an installed air dryer and they provided supplies for your bathroom needs like a soap, shampoo, and toothbrushes. And also, you have a big cabinet where you can hang your clothes and put your luggage on. Pero kung murang hotel ang hinahanap nyo, try Olson's Inn in Achabi, Cebu. Very ideal tong hotel during Sinulog period kasi 3 minutes walk lang siya to Mango Avenue where the parade and procession is usually being held. I booked this room for only 700 pesos per night in Agoda para hindi hassle during the Grand Parade, para walking distance lang to the venue kasi pahirap ang sumakay at sobrang layo ng lalakarin mo dahil sa saradong mga daan. For its price, okay din naman. Malinis and there's a table if you need to work on. Ang pinaka gusto ko dito ay madaming Wi-Fi options, merong PLDT, Globe, or Converge Wi-Fi. And for the price of the room, just do not expect much but staying here is comfortable too. Binook ko to para walking distance lang sa venue ng parade and one of the best decision that I have done since first time ko umattend ng Sinulog last year. Sobrang dami ng tao at hindi makakapasok ang mga sasakyan kaya hindi na ako na-stress kasi konting lakad lang from the hotel ay makikita mo na ang parade and you just have to follow the flow and enjoy the parade while Sinulog people are celebrating and putting colorful washable ink on each other's faces. If there's a thing that I love about this hotel is they have a gym on the second floor at kumpleto ang equipment. For only 130 pesos, you can use their gym anytime at friendly ang mga staff. Also, may alfresco dining sa 6th floor and they serve all-day breakfast at meron din palang chapel sa 5th floor. The third hotel that I will recommend is the S Hotel and Residences na malapit sa Cebu Provincial Capital, kaya good option din to for the Sinulog period. Maliit lang ang lobby nila at di ko na nakuna ng video but this is the room that they gave me. Near the door is a small cabinet for your clothes and there's a safety deposit box and there are 2 queen-size bed with fresh sheets and you get a good view of the city. The room has a big table with a water kettle for your coffee essentials and a mounted TV. And this is their comfort room, very clean and there's a glass divider for the shower area. I booked this room for only 1,335 pesos in Agoda. Vivian's Hotel is the last hotel I stayed in and it is located in the Mactan Island of Cebu. I moved here so I will be closer to the airport. This hotel was recommended by a friend because they provide a free shuttle transfer to the airport kaya sobrang convenient, especially during my last day in Cebu. Very modern ang interior niya. It has this floor-to-ceiling glass window that gives you a view of the establishments right across it. And this is the room they gave me. It has a king-size bed in a not-so-spacious room, but it has everything you need. Meron siyang split-type aircon that's working really well. At sa counter ay may hair blower, a small pantry, and a big mounted TV. Hindi libre yung mga chips na nakikita nyo dyan, pero mura lang naman if you consume them. There is a safety deposit box for your valuables and a small fridge with drinks for sale inside. Their comfort room is also nice. It actually looks new and is very clean. It has hot and cold shower at kahit yung faucet niya ay may hot water din. There's a sliding door separating the shower area and the bathroom essentials are provided. Meron din siyang maliit na gym and unlike the other hotel that I mentioned earlier, this one is for free. Though limited lang ang equipment niya, this is better than nothing. And I availed their free ride to the airport and this is the van that took me there. Just make sure to inform the receptionist of your flight so they can reserve a seat for you. And these are the hotels that I will recommend, and let me know in the comment section other hotels that you think we should try next time in Cebu. And here are the tourist spots to visit in Cebu. Let's start in the Cebu City Hall in downtown Cebu because in front of it is the Plaza Sugbo where the iconic Magellan's Cross Pavilion is located. Sa gitna ng plaza ay makikita ninyo ang isang pavilion na malapit sa Basilica de Santo Niño. Inside, you will see a replica of the cross brought by Ferdinand Magellan to the Philippines sometime in 1500. It is said that it is the exact spot where Magellan erected the original cross to symbolize his claim on this island. Makikita ninyo sa loob ang mural painted on the chapel ceiling that depicts the first baptism in Cebu. The painting shows Father Valderrama, Magellan, and the Spaniards offering religious items to the early Cebuanos. From Plaza Sugbo, lakad lang kayo papunta ng Santo Niño de Cebu Chapel kung saan ninyo makikita ang 30-foot na Santo Niño. Download kayo ng Google Map kasi yan ang nakatulong sa amin sa pag-explore ng downtown Cebu. Mga nasa 15 minutes din na lakaran yon at along the way, you will see old buildings showing some Spanish colonial architecture. The 30-foot Santo Niño was built in celebration of the religious tradition in Cebu, and there's a chapel below it where Mass is being held. They have the Sinulog Festival as a traditional celebration in Cebu being held every third Sunday of January to honor the Santo Niño, which is the child Jesus. From there, you will see a part of the Cebu Cordova Bridge at lakad lang kayo ulit hanggang makarating kayo sa signing of Cebu City Charter Marker, also known as the Commonwealth Act No. 58 that granted Cebu City its status as an independent city during the Spanish time. Sa gilid lang ng marker na to ay makikita ninyo ang The Barracks kung saan madaming nagtitinda ng lechon at iba pang pagkain. Dito kami nag-lunch at ikot lang kayo kasi libre tikim ng lechon. Tuloy natin ang tour at lakad lang tayo hanggang makarating sa Cebu Metropolitan Cathedral. Isa ito sa pinakamatandang simbahan sa Cebu and you will be amazed by its impressive architecture. Konting lakad lang at malapit lang ang Plaza Independencia kung saan makikita ang the Legazpi Monument at ang Fort San Pedro. Ang Plaza Independencia ay maraming pangalan throughout its history. It was known as Plaza de Armas at tinawag din itong Plaza Mayor. During the Spanish colonial era, ay tinawag itong Plaza de Maria Cristina in honor of the Queen, and during the American colonial period, the square was known as Plaza Libertad. Sa gitna nito ay makikita ang the Legazpi Monument which was built in honor of the Spanish navigator Miguel Lopez de Legazpi, who also became the first Governor General of the Philippines. Dito sa Plaza Independencia makikita ang malaking Cebu signage na ginamit ko sa vlog na to. At sa likod lang niya ay ang Fort San Pedro na isang military defense structure built by the Spaniards under the command of Miguel Lopez de Legazpi. Ito ay gawa sa bato and it was built in 1630. Sa ngayon ay isa itong museum that houses the legacies of the Spanish government like some preserved Spanish artifacts such as Spanish documents, paintings, and some sculptures. At bago ko makalimutan ay may entrance fee nga pala itong 30 pesos. Sa gabi naman ay magandang puntahan ang Tops Overlooking, which will give you 180 degrees panoramic view of the Cebu City. Ito ay isang observatory deck and a picnic place for the Cebuanos at dito maganda manood ng sunset o kaya ay enjoy ang city lights ng Cebu. Para makapunta dito ay sumakay lang kayo ng bus sa terminal nila sa Ayala Central Block sa IT Park. For 200 pesos, may two-way ka ng pamasahe at kasama na doon ang entrance fee. Pumunta din ako ng Bantayan Island sa Cebu and I will create another video on how to commute to Bantayan Island and the places I visited there. Thank you for watching my video. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.